Alright, let's get down to business. I just woke up. I'm feeling pretty good. Got a fuck ton of views on my latest video, so I'm happy about that. Um, and some people were pretty mad. Some people disagreed with me. And I watched through the whole video, every word, listened to every word, and I stand by everything that I said. I think a lot of people misinterpreted me. Some dude said, like, yo, man, oh man, I want to find this comment. This guy was awesome. He was like, "Hey man, I'm a data miner. That's how I got started, but now I do like modding and skinning and stuff, and I really want to like get into game design and like I don't really appreciate some of the stuff you said." Now he did misinterpret it me. He's like, "Yeah, you called me a piece of shit." Like I didn't. I actually said I am not calling data miners pieces of shit. Like I said the opposite of that. But that's cool, man. I stand by my arguments. I especially stand by the idea that data mining is at best morally gray, so making money off of it is kind of shitty. Um, but I want to talk about disagreement. So there's a Reddit thread, an angry one. My first angry Reddit thread. It's probably not my first. Um, and man, one of the top responses, something says like, I like Kret, but I feel that was a really weak presentation of any kind of case against data mining. It's not the first response that this guy can have his opinion, that's fine. I'm losing a lot of respect for people that I liked because of this. If you lost respect for me because I disagree with you about data mining, because I don't find it hype, and because I think that if data mining didn't exist, things would probably spoils would probably be better. They'd probably be more interesting. You'd have community managers running campaigns and shit and building hype. If you disagree with me because of that, that's fine. We don't have to have the same opinion. If you lost respect for me because of that, I don't care. I didn't want your respect. If you think if your respect is so fickle, I just it doesn't matter to me. Because I stand by what I'm doing. I'm not going to take down that video. I'm not going to close the comments. If people disagree with me, that's fine. Now, there are also people making really bad arguments. There's some guy who told me to kill myself because of data mining. That's just a really, like, that's just misrepresenting your argument. That just invalidates your opinion. It makes the people who agree with you look worse. And some dude who called me autistic, same thing. Makes the people who agree with you look worse. And really, this isn't about those arguments. This isn't about agreeing or disagreeing. I've said what I mean. And um, I stand by that. Every word. But what I do want to talk about is how to disagree with someone. Because clearly this is a problem. People are like, "Oh, you're so stupid." Yeah, that's a great argument, man. Really express yourself there. Now, if you want to say, I really like data mining, it builds hype. I think seeing cards in advance and skins in advance allows me to, um, know what's coming and be really excited about it. Or it allows me to say that, oh, I don't like something. I don't think this is going to be good. And then we can have that discussion. And I'm going to respond by something saying that, like, but if data miners aren't doing it, you still get that. You still get spoils. You still get to see stuff ahead of time. And that's still really cool. You still get ideas of what's going to happen with the new character, but they're going to be accurate. Whereas a lot of times the skills and stuff that make it into a patch that data miners can access are stuff that was just tested once. I mean, dude, a Hi-Rez employee literally said Medusa's stealth was played on one public test. Or not public test, internal test. Data miners said she was going to have a stealth. Now, they were right in that at the time, Medusa did have a stealth in her kit. The problem is that creation is iterative and characters have a lot of different abilities before they end up going live because Hi-Rez tries lots of different things when they're putting them together. So we can have that discussion. People can say, um, but you monetize your fan base. You have a Patreon, you put ads on your videos. Yeah, I do. Then how can you say that data miners shouldn't? Well, because I'm arguing that data mining is morally gray. I don't think anyone is gonna argue that what I do is morally gray. Like, I've worked with Hi-Rez to get numbers from their database and put it in Kretuhtuh. I've gone to events to do analysis for Hi-Rez. And it's very different. It's very different. I don't know, that just is a strange misunderstanding. Um so I don't really get that. There were a lot of very strange arguments, but the most important thing is that if you disagree with me, that's fine. I still love you. We can still be friends. We can still talk about things, and we'll become smarter and we'll know more. And maybe we never end up coming to a consensus. Maybe we never agree. Maybe at our core, we just fundamentally believe different things and we will never see the same side. However, it's still healthy to have those discussions. But when people start slinging shit, dude, what's the point? What are you doing? A long time ago, I watched a video from the great Sky Williams called The Problem in the League Community. In that video, I'm going to paraphrase. In that video, he says, I think I've discovered the problem with the League community. There are all these internet playa haters yelling about direst feeding. And sometimes that gets to professional players. Now, obviously, they can just go look at their bank account and feel better. But what you have to realize, Sky is saying this, what you have to realize is that guy who's telling you to die in a fire, he's probably a 14-year-old kid named Melvin who's mad because he can't get laid and he's taking out on you. And that's a really important point, is that people are getting mad at me, trying to insult me. I don't care. I'm not going to take down my video because I stand by my points. And if you want to discuss them, let's have that discussion. Let's talk about it. If your name is Melvin, I deeply apologize. Sky's words, not mine. I love everyone named Melvin. Um, yeah, if you disagree with me, let's talk about it. And that's why I do these in a live vlog and discussion format. That's why after the YouTube video, we can talk in Twitch chat and we can have these discussions. That's the entire point, is so you disagree with me. To that end, I want to announce something, and I've teased this before. I'm gonna do a new talk show. Not until I come back from LAN. And then I'm going to Thanksgiving, but like after that, so probably 2 or 3 weeks away. Here's a little spoiler for you. Here's some data mining from my head. I'm gonna do a new talk show, and we're gonna call it "This Is Why You're Wrong." And what's gonna happen is we're gonna pick a set of topics, or maybe you won't. I don't really know. We're gonna fire up the stream. We're gonna talk. You guys are gonna call in on Curse Voice, and you're gonna argue something. You're gonna say, you know what? I think matchmaking's bullshit. I'm in Silver 2. I keep getting matched with Barracuda. And whatever your argument is, whatever you believe, within reason, obviously, if you're like being racist, just gonna remove you from the call, whatever. whatever your argument is, I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna take the other side, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna argue, and I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. And it's not, and it's not, dude, Sev Sork, that sounds hilarious. It's not about who wins. It's about what we learn along the way. So I hope that show sounds exciting to you. I hope you'll tune in. I hope we can have discussions and arguments that actually build to something and aren't just me saying things that are really smart and other people saying things that are really dumb. Because everything I say is really smart. Um, so if you're in Twitch chat, let's talk about it. If you're on YouTube, hi, I love you. If you want to start a war in my comments, okay. Um, you can support this channel, and I feel confident in saying that you can support this channel. I don't feel like that's immoral because what I'm doing is content creation, but it's content that is entirely my own. Even if it is based around a game that is made from Hi-Rez, it is very different from taking their unreleased content. Which, as Mesmerize actually pointed out, is illegal. Because it's their IP, monetizing their IP without consent. But anyway, I feel confident about monetizing what I do. I don't think I'm doing anything hypocritical or morally wrong. In fact, I think that even puts more weight into my point that like what you can and can't monetize. That's an interesting discussion. We can talk about that. If you want to support the channel, I have a Patreon campaign down below. You can check that out. So if you're on YouTube, goodbye. See you next time. If you're on Twitch, let's talk.